Hey guys, this is Ellison with Techie Tactics, and today I'm going to be going over with you an issue that I went over with a company in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina about 2 weeks ago. It's also something that I've recently seen, I think, on an Inc. magazine article as far as how companies can grow through possible economic downturn and kind of maybe when maybe clients are less available. How do you kind of make more money? How do you grow your company? And that's always kind of through properly engaging your customers. And this company wanted help with certain software where they had so many users and they want to learn how to grow that user base and acquire more customers and different things here and there. And they kind of weren't really aware of the solution that was right in front of them, so I kind of gave them this solution, but I didn't break it down as well. So now today I'm going to be doing that for you literally exactly, because I work with companies that have kind of done what I'm talking about, so I've seen what works and what doesn't. So I'm going to kind of read the article for you. I normally always remember it from my heart, but this is a little bit much to remember, and I'm in a little bit of a different background right now because I'm reading in front of my laptop. So I'm going to kind of read it for you and then break it down what it is. So, how to grow your SaaS business through proper customer engagement and social groups. Our app currently has 500 downloads. We have 14,000 users of our software, but we want that to be at 40,000 by year end. We have XYZ amount of customers using our software, but only 10% of that, only 20% of that is paying. We want to increase the amount of people paying. When it comes to any company that survives off of those using their software, whether it's cloud-based, SaaS, or possibly an app, and again, this is going to kind of depend on kind of what app it is and what its application is and how it's used. Everything is about those vital customers that are using the software. In particular, your focus needs to be on your power users, aka your whales, right here, which is a picture of a whale. Now, trust me, I get it that if you're in a business, you're a business owner, that's fairly easy to understand and it's nothing new. However, I've known a number of companies that don't fully understand that or how to best go about doing it. We want growth, we want more users, what type of marketing tactics do we need, what platform should we be on, how do we find new customers, all these different things. And a lot of companies run into this issue, and here's the easy answer. The answer and the solution literally lies right in front of you. The question that you need to be asking yourself as a company is, how do I properly engage current customers? And I'll wait on that answer from you because it's going to depend on kind of what you're doing. But don't worry though, because I'll be outlining a step-by-step process on how to do this exactly. And sometimes companies, founders, and businesses are so hyper-focused on growth, and they think about all these, external factors and lead generation here, and marketing on this platform, and finding customers through Facebook and LinkedIn or Twitter or Google AdWords and different things. And they lose track of the solutions that are right in front of them. So before you throw money into anything else, your priority or business objective should be to be absolutely maxing out every opportunity with your current customers. So on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being your customers hate your product or regret it, and 10 being they are absolutely rabid for your product, which is a word that I use a lot. Kind of like the word I use, obsess. I kind of switched obsessed with rabid. You want to shoot to have your customers at least an 8 to 10 range, because they'll be a lot happier and all these different things. And it's kind of where you want them to be. They should basically look as happy as this guy, which I have a picture of a guy in front of a laptop like this. He's chilling, he's happy, he just used your software. Maybe it made things go faster for him, maybe it's easier to do things, but you want your customers kind of happy with the ease of the use of your software or what it's capable of. So the crux of the article is this. Your entire goal is to leverage your own customers for your own growth. If you are there for your customers, understand them, and if they see transparent efficacy on items they maybe wish to change or were upgraded with your software, they're much more likely to champion your software, use it, and help spread the word to others. Failure to do this will result in clients lost, money lost, and efforts wasted. Your goal is to engage your customers at the highest level possible. This could, you might be already doing this through surveys or email marketing, but I believe one of the top ways to consistently engage your customers is through social groups, i.e., private Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups. Something they don't have here is maybe a certain channel on Reddit, or like a private group on Reddit, or possibly even a Slack channel. So I will give you a breakdown on how to engage your customers properly. In the process, I would go about doing that. And again, I've been involved with companies that have done this. I've been in private groups that already do it. So I've seen what works and I've seen what doesn't, and kind of how to go between those things and how to be successful at it. So step number 1, send out the initial email blast or offer. Now, this first depends on you collecting the emails of your customers, which I hope isn't a step you have to backtrack on or go back and do. So hopefully you're collecting their email when they maybe download the software, maybe when they hit like your initial homepage or different things here and there, you have an email pop up or something like that. And from this email list, send out an email to your customers letting them know that you'll be strengthening your customer engagement efforts and would like to welcome your power users of the software to join in. Now, here's what I don't say. You do not say we want the lovers of the software to join. You want people to use it the most often, because the way I always approach business is that I don't want people or friends that are going to tell me that I'm always right. I don't want them to, the people closest to me, to tell me that all my ideas are always great. I want people to red team me. I want them to point out where my weaknesses are, and I want them to give me an opposing view, because that's going to make my argument stronger, or it's going to make my strategy better, because I'm going to have to shore up all the holes in order to kind of prove that they're maybe not wrong, or here's why my argument is still valid. Now, everything about this email is in the service of your customers, allowing them to give quicker feedback and see those changes implemented, allowing them to voice any possible constraints to use, allowing them to post wins or show off their work, which there are limits for that, allowing them to post their own advice or how they have won, or tips for winning with your software. If you can, you might even offer contests where those who engage with these groups maybe gets a future discount, or maybe some items in return for their participation, like a gift card or different things here and there. It might even just be that you're going to post the work on your social channels and mentioning them accordingly across your business channels. Note again though, everything about this email is focused on your customers and helping them win. There are a number of ways to write an email centered. I apologize, I got distracted by the cars outside. Note again though, everything about this email is focused on your customers and helping them win. There are a number of ways to write an email centered around your customers, but that's a whole nother conversation. So once you get buy-in and interest, proceed to the next step once you have a list of those who want to participate. So step number 2, decide what channel is best for your users, whether you're using Slack, LinkedIn, Facebook, or maybe Reddit. Everything will depend on what type of software you have, the corresponding market audience that uses it, and how they use the software. Is it something predominantly used for achieving business success? Is it business success is very visual? Is it behind the scenes? Is it something made more so for creativity and visual aspects? Do artists use it? Business owners, millennials, boomers, all the above. This will highly influence the decision of where to put your group. Step number 3, send the intro email to the group. All right, now, so this is where the fun begins. You get to let your power group know that the group is starting, and you send the corresponding link or invite to the social group. Now, in this email, be sure to let your users know what the intended use of the group is and what is not allowed. This is where you establish boundaries for your users, and it's just a reminder for them before things get underway with the group. I always believe in proactive communication and starting things right from the jump. And I always stress that the importance of that in any business or job or company I'm working with, at or for. That's very important to me, and you can get ahead of the curve by establishing fair boundaries from the jump. And that's always important, because that's going to help on the back end of things and save you time. Step 4, establish and ask a way. Be consistently communicating with your group, and if you can, set a preset amount of time they can expect to be hearing from you and the group. How much you decide to say is up to you. So i.e. you can be checking in sporadically, you can be more divulgent in how you communicate, maybe longer winded. That's really going to be up to you. Maybe you want to post or chime in like once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a day, twice a day, depending on you and kind of what you want to do. And from here, eventually you will ask away at any of the questions you want to know from your power users that maybe your research hasn't already unveiled. Maybe that takes too much time to do or get going. But those questions, again, can be up to you. So it could be, what made them buy your software or service over a competitor? What do they love most about the software? What features are most important? If they could change what feature, what would they change or tweak? If they could completely add a new feature, what would it be? Why is it important? How would they use it? The questions, again, you decide will be up to you and your team and kind of what you need. Step 5, empathy and implementation. From the feedback given from your users, be extremely considerate of the opinions they express and test out corresponding changes in the software if they make sense. You are capable of doing so. I understand software engineers and engineering, all those things that cost money and time, and I understand that that's not always feasible. But what's more important here than anything else is that if your power users all consistently want a similar change and they see those changes implemented, that feeling that gives you as a customer is truly unparalleled. And another thing is that, let's say you have these 5 things you want to add to software, like the software 10 things. You might think, oh, hey, these are my top 2 and all these other ones are not as important. Well, you might be able to get some feedback from your power users and find out, hey, they actually, this one thing didn't think that was important. They want that thing first thing, and if I do that first, they're going to be happier. That's going to help them execute more with the software and get more things done, which actually might be able to help you leverage more users on the back end. And empathy and understanding are the keystones of having a great relationship with your customers, as well as just life as a whole. The whole idea of this project is to demonstrate these 2 keystones to your customers and demonstrate that they are the foundation of how you interact with your customers and operate as a business. Refusal to listen to your customers will result in opportunities lost. Demonstrating that you listen and are willing to make the corresponding changes will increase their lifetime revenue and value to you as a business, as well as they will be much more likely to use your software as you're removing possible roadblocks. And depending on the software app they're using, this might generate more content created by your software, which will result in more awareness of your product, only helping you and your business further, and so on and so forth. Last step, number 6, engagement. Lastly, if you're giving your customers what they want, they're likely using your software more often. Now, while this is evolved from part 5, since you've engaged your customers daily to get more feedback, it's absolutely vital that you as a company start to engage your customers creatively, socially, and professionally. Now, what do I mean by that? So it's one thing to engage your customers for the feedback of the software, but let's say it's a very visual software app that helps business owners or creatives create items for maybe either LinkedIn or Facebook or YouTube or Instagram. Well, go in and show them love on those corresponding social platforms where they're posting. Engage with them, show them love, give it back. If you are even able to post or work on your own social channels and throw out mentions in the social love, let your customers know that you care. Their number 1 rule of increasing customer engagement is ensuring they know that there is transparent efficacy in their desired feedback. So many business owners get tripped up on how they can grow, and yet sometimes the very answers are right in front of them. Never forget as a business how important proper customer engagement is. Go in there, show them love, do everything for them in the attitude of service towards them. Help them grow, help them see that they can get the desired changes that they want. Transparent efficacy is everything, and once you do that, show them love across all the work that they're doing. Post it on your own channels and different things here and there, and that's going to help you grow your own customer base because they're going to use your software more often, and it's going to be used more often, and more people are going to see it, and that's going to help you on the back end, let alone it's going to make your customers a lot happier. So those are some great tips that I've learned, and I hope you apply them to your company and grow your company and your software and your business as well. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.